Movie reviews. So, Uncut Gems is the latest movie directed by the Safdie brothers. It stars Adam Sandler in what is being known as one of his greatest performances to date. So, a lot of people are kind of surprised, like, Adam Sandler giving this dramatic performance. And to that, I would say he's done this before, and he's shown that he can be a good actor in other movies. Now, yes, he tends to lean on those more comedic roles, and it seems like for the past decade or so, he's kind of known as, like, making some of the worst movies known to date. But he can do it, he can act, this movie proves it, and the Oscar buzz around this is so exciting. I really hope he gets nominated for this role. Plot on IMDb reads, a charismatic New York City jeweler, always on the lookout for the next big score, makes a series of high-stakes bets that could lead to the windfall of a lifetime. Howard must perform a precarious high-wire act, balancing business, family, and enroaching adversaries on all sides in his relentless pursuit of the ultimate win. Similar to other movies like the Safdie brothers, I think their most well-known one other than this would be Good Time, starring Robert Pattinson. It's just high stakes, it's fun, it's thrilling, it's going to keep you on the edge of your seat for the entire movie. What this movie does is tell a story of this man Howard, and he is just an adrenaline junkie. He cannot get enough of the high stakes, betting on sports, trying to upsell jewelry that he bought from other people. He's constantly trying to find the next big score. Like the meme clearly says,
"This is me. This is how I win."
So without giving any spoilers, it's kind of hard to say exactly what he does in this movie, but ultimately it is that. He gets sold this thing, so he goes and sells that thing or pawns it off so he can go bet big on this sports game, and when he wins, he takes that money, he just keeps going and going and going. In the whole movie, he's constantly being tracked down by these people that he owes money to, and he just never can get enough, and when he does get enough, he goes and bets that all away too, so he just doesn't stop, and there's so many moments where you're like, okay, this is it, settle down, get your life together, and he's just not going to do that. It's just very evident that this character is never going to learn his lesson. The most fascinating thing about this movie is that it just pulls you in immediately. From the very first minute, you're automatically in this world. There's not a lot of backstory of understanding where does he come from. You kind of learn a little bit more about him and his family, and they develop that later on throughout later scenes, but it's just go from the start. The very first second of this movie, you're just in it, you're ready to go, and you're following up until the very last shot. Other actors in this movie are also just incredible. First off, Idina Manzel plays his wife. She does an incredible job in what might be my favorite role, that isn't a singing princess. LaKeith Stanfield is slowly becoming one of my favorite actors just ever. Of course, many people are giving praise to Kevin Garnett, who plays this fictional version of himself. And it's actually kind of funny because during interviews, when asked about why he's such a good actor, he's kind of like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm playing myself. Like, it'd be bad if I couldn't do a good job at this performance. And let me just say, from someone who's not that into the NBA, I was so into the NBA during this movie. The way that they merge actual NBA playoffs in this movie and have him bet against them and bet for Kevin Garnett, it's just on the edge of your seat. Like, please, please, please get these rebounds so he can make this bet. So much fun. I thought it was a great way to incorporate real-world events into this fictional universe and so showing some of the behind-the-scenes things that could have been happening during that game. What I've seen, the biggest complaint about this is just that there's a lot of yelling in this movie. Which is true. But this movie does such a good job at representing just this, what I assume to be somewhat accurate version of this district of New York. And again, I know a lot of it's fictionalized. I have no idea what this world is. But that's how real life is. There's conversation over here, conversation going on here. There's people talking over each other. It is just energetic. There's a lot of long takes in this where people are just shouting, and there's so many moving parts to this, and it's a very interesting take on a movie in this genre. Overall, I absolutely love this movie. It's definitely one of my favorites going into Oscar season. I hope it does get a lot of Oscar buzz. We're supposed to see nominations next week, and I really want The Sandman to be up for Best Actor. I'm going to give this movie an 84 out of 100. Great time, absolutely fun theater experience. The energy is going to keep you pulled in. Follow me on Letterboxd. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Great film. Uncut Gems, have you seen it? What do you think? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you next time.